begin with, I would first ask you, like, tell us about yourself, like your educational background. What have you been doing so far?
Right. So I was born and brought up in Mumbai.
Mm-hmm.
From 2013 to 2018, I was studying in IIT Kharagpur.
Okay.
I did my BTech and MTech from there.
Okay.
And after graduation, I have been working in Mumbai again. I work as a business analyst at SBI Funds Management.
Okay, that's great. That's nice. And when did the idea of taking GMAT struck to you?
So, doing an education in management and finance hit me in 2016. That's when I decided that I wanted to pursue something in business.
Okay.
Then in 2018, in my final year of college, I thought I should write GMAT, but I did not take it seriously because I needed some years of work experience. Then in January 2020, I wrote a mock test, and that's when I realized that I really need to write it now. So first mock test I wrote from the MBA.com website, and it was in the month of January, but I was not preparing back then.
Okay, just for to know where you stand,
Yeah, just to
right?
see where I stand.
Yeah, great. And how many times did you take GMAT? Could you please tell us?
So the actual exam I've taken just once. In
Mhm.
fact, on 5th of September,
Okay,
I scored 740.
okay, that's great. So, how did you get to know about crack vocal?
So it was around in the month of June. I was going through a series of YouTube videos. So that's when I came across Arun sir's video on how do you decide whether or not you want to do an MBA. Then towards the end of the video and in the subtitles, he had given the link for a free content. Yes. So I went there. I liked those videos. Then I think the next day I got a call from your representative, Crack Global representative. I attended a free class, so like a demo class, and then I really liked the content, how it was well organized. So that's when I started.
Would you tell us your experience with the process of learning when you were with Crack Global? How did it help you to, kind of plan since you're working as well, right? So how did that help? Did the course help you in, order to plan that out for you? How was your process of learning in general for students also to know, right? So what kind of routine did you kind of follow?
Yes. So like you said, I am a working person, so I have a lot of constraints when it comes to giving a time slot for studying. So because of that, I was going through a series of YouTube videos to identify an efficient way to learn. So when I came across Crack Verbal, I really liked when I attended the demo class, and the content was very well organized. So that's when I realized if I take this course, I may be able to achieve a good score without the Crack Verbal course. But if I take this course, I will be able to do it in very less amount of time. So I started around mid of June. Then I used to study in the morning because it's more convenient in the morning for me. So I used to study from 6 to 8 every day, 4 to 5 days a week.
And during weekends, you used to attend the classes, right?
Yes.
Do you want to share anything about a faculty and the support system? Like, how crucial were they in your journey for yourself?
Yes. So I majorly attended verbal section. For quant, I was not referring to the classes, but in the verbal section, so Arun sir has a lot of experience, and because of that, he has a very structured approach towards the subject. So before joining the class, I had no real idea that SC could be very well organized into 7 or 8 different categories, or you can really classify RC and CR questions. So that's where it helped me because I understood how to look at a question. Now, if it's an inference-based question, then I need to treat it like one. I should not go back and try to identify one sentence. So that approach helped me. It helped me eliminate all the unwanted thoughts and just focus on what the question was looking at.
And what are the preparation materials you used while studying, like while preparing for GMAT?
So first thing were the classroom lectures. Besides that, I just referred OG, that's all, and the official mock tests. Yes.
That's great. That's brilliant. And which GMAT section, did you find any particular section of GMAT, let's say quant or verbal, or in verbal specifically any module which you found to be very troublesome? And if so, what kind of strategies did you use to overcome that? Like, did you find any particular module to be giving a trouble to you?
So when we practice
Mm-hmm.
for GMAT from the OG. We end up thinking that RC is the toughest section because it takes a lot of time. But once I started writing mock tests and I used to analyze each and every test, so I saw that RC was not my weak point, it was CR.
Okay.
So that's where I realized that this is something where I need to focus. I think that RC is difficult, but it's not. CR and SC. CR was particularly where I was spending a lot of time. So that was my weak subject.
Okay, okay. And how did you overcome it? Like, did you use any specific strategy or any kind of, plan to, overcome that and push that score through the R section?
Yeah. So I was using an error log. Every day I used to solve around 20 to 30 questions. But I used to spend double the amount of time on reviewing what I have done.
Okay.
So I had a pen and paper with me at all times. So when I select an option, towards the end, there's always a second option which confuses me. So I used to write down both of them. And now when I'm reviewing it, I can analyze why I was confused with the second or the third option. So I think that really helped a lot. Because there I could identify the traps where I was falling into.
That's great. Thank you so much. And how did you go about the mock test? Like, when was that point you realized that I should be starting to give mock? And, was it before you started your preparation or is it in midway? What intervals you took to take your mocks?
Right. So I started Crack Bubble course in mid of June, and I had decided that the course is going to end towards mid of August. So by the end of August, I have to write the test. So I had set a hard deadline for myself. So based on that, I had 6 mock tests. I took those on each Saturday. That's how I laid out the tests. And the first test I started happened to be towards the end of the last verbal section, like toward not the end, but toward the mid of SC. So that also helped me.
Okay, that's nice. And what time did you decide to take GMAT? You did, of course, mention that you had set before only that you want to give it by this time, but that confidence comes in, right, when you want to book a GMAT date. So when did that set in? Do you recollect that moment when you realized that I'm good to go with this test, GMAT test?
So after I wrote my third mock test, I got a decent score. So I realized that, okay, beyond this, I don't really need to put in so much effort because that's the saturation that I have reached. So I thought that let's go with the test now. I'm confident I should just go ahead and write a test.
So when did you give your exam, and was it an online test or through test center?
Right. So initially I wanted to write the exam on 29th of August. I wanted to do it online because in Mumbai the center dates are not available until November, December. So I went to the portal, but I did not find a suitable time slot. So I took a date on the following Saturday, 5th of September. So I wrote the test from home.
Okay. And would you want to share the day experience of that exam day? Like, were you anxious? If you were, how did you deal with it? Like, generally we do get anxious, but how did you, kind of overcome that?
So I woke up in the morning. The first thing that worried me was my internet connection. It never really drops off, but I was still worried because we end up keep finding reasons to panic ourselves.
Yeah.
Then in the morning I woke up, I made sure that the house was empty, the room was clear for me. Then I just went ahead with the test. And once the test starts, it doesn't really matter whether you're sitting at home or at the center, you're just looking at your screen. So it makes no difference.
Absolutely. That's thank you so much for that. And one more question is that did you take the that you have achieved a good GMAT score? So your GMAT score is you said 740. So what is that you would like to tell the GMAT aspirants out there?
I want to tell them that you should lay out a plan. You should set deadlines. By deadline, they should be hard deadlines. Because once we get lenient on ourselves, the deadline keeps extending. We will feel that, oh, I'm not really sure whether or not I'm going to get a good score. Don't get carried away by that feeling. Set the deadlines, lay out a plan. If you have decided to do it from 6 to 8, take out your calendar, book a time slot for yourself and do it.
Have you thought about your MBA? What are your MBA application plans? Like, which V schools are you looking forward to? What are your plans so far?
Right now I have only 2 years of work experience, so I think I'll wait for another year or two. and then I will go and apply for an MBA.
Okay, okay. Wish you
I
all
haven't
the
really
best.
picked the schools. Yes.
Wish you all the best, Nishan, and thank you so much for your time. We wish you all the best, and do reach us out if you have any kind of questions anymore about your MBA plans, right?
Sure.
Thank you so much, Nishan.